Hello, everybody. Peace. It's your girl, Rashonda LeGrand. Again, coming back at you, aka the Into Mother, aka Rashawn Ellison, the artist. And the other day, I spoke with you guys briefly about a book that I just recently started reading by Clarissa Pinkola Estes. And it's called The Women Who Run with the Wolves. And it's myths and stories of the wild woman archetype. And I only read a few pages of it so far, and I had to put it down just a little bit just so I can kind of absorb where it is the book is going. And so far it's very informative, very intuitive, very primal, in which I think that is a very beautiful book for me to read at this time. I actually bought the book a year ago, July 7th, which will be tomorrow. And so I'm just now getting around to reading it because I bought it while I was pregnant with our third son, and a friend of ours or whatnot had read it, so I wanted to go ahead and try it out and see what it did for my intuitiveness, because I was talking about how I felt like I was kind of losing my intuitiveness because I was getting stuck into this role as mother, but mother in today's society means something different than I believe that was a part of the wild woman tradition. And so what I'm finding more and more as I'm reading this book or whatnot, and I'm able to kind of go into my thoughts, and I'm able to see that what was lost was the idea of what my instincts were telling me to trust more. And so I began to trust more after I really established a firm birth space for myself. And my husband and I, we delivered our third son unassisted, and we didn't have a midwife, no doctors, no pain medications, as I mentioned before. For those of you who are just now tuning in to the videos or whatnot, you can go on www.getempowered3000.com and read more of our stories. But something changed in me after that birth experience, and this was actually the second unassisted birth experience, but this one was totally different. And it was pain free. you know there was some discomfort, but I didn't associate anything with pain because it was natural, and my body was doing exactly what it was supposed to be doing at the time of labor and delivery. And I just really felt a very deep calling in my spirit that said that this is what I do. I give birth to children. And I don't have to just give birth to my own children. I can also assist women alongside with my partner and my life mate, my husband, which is so funny because wolves instinctively are devoted. We're serial monogamous because we really find it hard to try to be out there and be a lone wolf, especially as a female, and trying to gather and hunt and be away from the pack. We really love the pack life, in which I do. I love my family life, but I'm very protective over my unit, you know, um, my husband, my children, or whatnot. And I only want what's best for them, like with any family. I hear people tell me, oh, I want my situation to be like yours. And I tell them all the time, no, you don't. You want your situation to be like yours because it was fashioned and designed for you. And so in this book, basically, one of the things that really just caught me totally off guard when I opened it up is when it said to me that the psychology of the wolf, you know, is the same, you know, as, with the woman. It says when the women reassert their relationship with the wildish nature, they are gifted with what is that? I can't see in this light. They are gifted with a permanent internal watcher, a knower, a visionary, an oracle, an interpractice, an intuitive, a maker, a creator, an inventor, and a listener who guides, suggests, and urges vibrant life in the inner and outer worlds. And that just to me like made me feel like, whoa, this is what you do as a birth worker, and I really wanted to touch base on that today because this is a wild primal experience for women to be able to birth from home or in a birthing center that really suggests or supports natural birthing. And it's been done for centuries, and it's a traditional thing, for the womb sacredness of life, and we're afraid to a certain degree to feel the vibrations of our vaginas opening up. So you have a lot of women who are now so, wanting to go and get cesareans and scheduling, C-sections around vacations and this and the third, and then they miss out on the intuitive experience of what it is to give birth. Now, when a woman has that procedure done and it's necessary for her to, then that's a totally different thing if they're having complications or whatnot. But for a healthy, able-bodied woman, then I believe that the best way is a vaginal way. And I'm an advocate for that. I'm an advocate for breastfeeding. A lot of women are afraid to breastfeed because of the pain factors and this and the third, but think about this for just a quick second, what about if that was the only source of nourishment that you could give your baby? Your baby would be in pain too. Your baby would be starving, and a lot of times we look at this happening with allergic reactions to the manufactured formulas and things like that babies have, and their bodies are not able to process those things because they're foreign. And your DNA and the baby's DNA is structured to be able to work together. So while your body is healing and your baby is nursing, you're healing your body. The baby is allowing your body to transition over into the space that the baby needs now on the outside for you to nurture and do the things that you need to do to keep the baby healthy and safe. And the same energy transfers back over into you. It pulls your uterus back together. It helps to create a more healthy space within inside your sacredness of your womb. It helps to create a better space within that whole solar plexus of your body. It does things excuse me, it does things naturally that your body would not do, you know without doing what comes natural to it. If it wasn't for you to breastfeed, your body wouldn't produce milk. And these are just simple things. I could get into a lot of technical textbook type of talk with you guys, but I just keep it real and simple. God gave you breast milk, use it. God gave you a vagina to have your babies, use it. The medications and all the different things that you want to go through, racking up crazy hospital bills. It cost us with this birth probably roughly about maybe $300 in total. With our last son. Our son before that was about $5. So we shaved off about $200 this time. And our son before that was a different price because it was new. We did the jacuzzi birthing tubs. We did, all of the big things. We had an awesome midwife and it was great. We had friends tell us, oh, y'all trying to do it like celebrities, but we are. We're celebrities within our own right. Within our community, there should be more people that want to do, what it is that can be done to make their traditional birth or their experience their own. And I just wanted to just say thank you for stopping by. Again, you can check up on us at www.getempower3000.com and just do you, be intuitive, and the thing is that you can be that. You can be intuitive. You can be whole. You can be a visionary and an oracle, and you can know everything that you need to know about your body and be in tune. Be an in tune mother. And I thank you for stopping by again. Peace and love. Till I see you next time.